Hello and Asher. This is the Pagan YouTube Challenge Week 9, and this week's question is, what does the phases of the moon mean to you? Well, I think that it's highly inappropriate to for me to take the moon and say, the moon is mine, I have this specific meaning to, when, it has cultural and other meaning like all over the place. So let me tell you what it means in my tradition, instead of just telling you what it means to me specifically. Well, the moon is one of the celestial symbols of witchcraft. And not because it transforms and moves and changes, but also because it has the invisible power to draw the water and push away the water, and walking with the he's basically the mother of tides, and it is the symbol of specific deities like Yemaya. It's a specific deity to Nana Baruku, goddess of femininity and the primordial natural world. And according to Vodun tales, the moon was a very arrogant spirit. And part of being so arrogant was that it decided not, when it came to this world, because Orisha is basically Ori, which is head or a being that is placed on this earth. So when it came to this earth, it didn't give food and drink to Papa Legba. It gave him a drink, but it didn't give him it gave him the drink and gave him tobacco and what to smoke, but it didn't give him any food. So when Papa Legba, birthed the moon to this world, he smoked and drank, and slowly and surely the moon got more and more beauty. But when it became full, Papa Legba discovered there was no food. So he decided to chew on the moon and ate it slowly but surely until the moon gave him offerings that distracted him, so it was allowed to grow again. And so every time now the moon has to give offerings to Papa Legba so it wouldn't be eaten, even though it became the most beautiful and most powerful of the creature of the celestial world. Now, the moon spirit in the beginning was very inhumane, but eventually it got united with the spirit of the first woman. Now, when the first woman came here, there were no witches. Witches came later. There is another story. There is a beautiful voodoo story. If you want to hear it, leave it in the comments, and I will tell you the story about how the first witches came to be, according to the voodoo law. But she remembered how it was when women were weak and didn't have magic and power of witchcraft. So when the witches came to be, she became like an adamant supported from the moon into the craft of witchcraft. And basically, I can say that, and this is my personal note, for me, when she changes every phase, she can tell me what is a good time to what spell to do, but it's like a recommendation. She will support my magic always. And the classical phases of the moon are when it's waxing, when it's full, when it's waning, and when it's dark. Obviously, when it's waxing, you call things to you. When it's full, it's a good time for protection, for psychic powers, all the magic aspect of the moon, fertility and money spells. And when it's waning, it's a good time to banish, to cleanse, to clean, to fix. And when it's in the dark moon, the energy is very volatile. You will never know precisely what you will get. When the moon is dark, it's the good time for curses and hexes. But I don't just sit around wait for it unless I have the privilege to, because I actually survive by my witchcraft. So I have to wait for, so waiting around for the right mood phase is a luxury that I don't necessarily have all the time. So this is the weekly pagan challenge, week 9. I hope this was interesting to you, and goodbye and Asher.